Welcome to the Self-Help Workshop with your host, John Farr. Episode 32, Serenity, an excerpt from As A Man Thinketh by James Allen. All right, well, hello, self-helpers. Welcome to another episode. All right, so this episode, we're going to talk about one of the classics. We're going to do a chapter from one of the classics. And so, as a self-help fan, student, philosopher, whatever you want to consider yourself, personal growth person, you very well may have a copy of this book, As A Man Thinketh. It was written by James Allen, well over 100 years ago, and he was an English author during the Victorian period. Now, this book is considered one of the books that helped create the self-help industry, so we're going to pay a little homage to James Allen for giving us this great book. Now, if you have not heard of this book, once again, it is called As A Man Thinketh by James Allen. Now, Allen wrote more than 20 works before he passed away at the age of 48. Now, this book has influenced many other writers, such as Vincent Peale from The Power of Positive Thinking, and Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret, and Tony Robbins, among others. So it really is. Bob Proctor talks about this book all the time, and that's where I learned of it. And it's a short book. It's about 20 pages in length, and today I want to focus on the final chapter of the book called Serenity. It's a very short chapter. I will go ahead and read it, and then we can discuss it just a little bit, and then get into the workshop for today. Serenity. Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. It is the result of long and patient effort and self-control. Its presence is an indication of ripened experience and of a more than ordinary knowledge of the laws and operations of thought. A man becomes calm in the measure that he understands himself as a thought-evolved being, for such knowledge necessitates the understanding of others as the result of thought, and as he develops a right understanding and sees more and more clearly the internal relations of things by the action of cause and effect, he ceases to fuss and fume and worry and grieve and remains poised, steadfast, and serene. The calm man, having learned how to govern himself, knows how to adapt himself to others, and they, in turn, reverence his spiritual strength and feel that they can learn of him and rely upon him. The more tranquil a man becomes, the greater is his success, his influence, his power for good. Even the ordinary trader will find his business prosperity increase as he develops a greater self-control and equanimity, for people will always prefer to deal with a man whose demeanor is strongly equable. The strong, calm man is always loved and revered. He is like a shade-giving tree in a thirsty land or a sheltering rock in a storm. Who does not love a tranquil heart, a sweet-tempered, balanced life? It does not matter whether it rains or shines, or what changes come to those possessing these blessings, for they are always sweet, serene, and calm. That exquisite poise of character, which we will call serenity, is the last lesson of culture, the fruitage of the soul. It is as precious as wisdom, more to be desired than gold, than even fine gold. How insignificant mere money-seeking looks in comparison with a serene life. A life that dwells in the ocean of truth, beneath the waves, beyond the reach of tempests, in the eternal calm. How many people we know who sour their lives, who ruin all that is sweet and beautiful by explosive tempers, who destroy their repose of character and make bad blood. It is a question whether the great majority of people do not ruin their lives and mar their happiness by lack of self-control. How few people we meet in life who are well-balanced, who have that exquisite poise of character which is characteristic of the finished character. Yes, humanity surges with uncontrolled passion, is tumultuous with ungoverned grief, is blown about by anxiety and doubt. Only the wise man, only he whose thoughts are controlled and purified, makes the winds and the storms of the soul obey him. Tempest-tossed souls, wherever ye may be, Under whatsoever conditions ye may live, know this. In the ocean of life, the isles of blessedness are smiling, and the sunny shore of your ideal awaits your coming. Keep your hand firmly upon the helm of thought. In the bark of your soul reclines the commanding master. He does but sleep. Wake him. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. Say unto your heart, peace, be still. Okay, that was Serenity, the final chapter in As A Man Thinketh. Now, where to start with this one? Well, how about the first line? It really says it all. And I quote, "Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom." You see, out of the gate here, we have context of what it's all about. Wisdom. The wise man or woman knows that all is well, that everything is perfect. He says to get to that point takes, and I quote, ripened experience, and of a more than ordinary knowledge of the laws and operations of thought. You see, one way you reveal your wisdom is in your calmness of mind. And see, what I also love is how he goes on to say how the calm man or woman is always loved and revered. It's true. Would you rather be with someone calm or someone who flies off the handle at every little thing? I know which one I'd like. And he makes a point, and one that sticks with me, of questioning tempers. And I quote, "How many people we know who sour their lives, who ruin all that is sweet and beautiful by explosive tempers, who destroy their pose of character and make bad blood. It is a question whether the great majority of people do not ruin their lives and mar their happiness by lack of self-control." You see, when I think of this, it takes me back to my life as a parent. You know, see, parenting takes so much self-control. And I must confess, I've had times where my temper has gotten the best of me. It's true. You can ruin all that is sweet and beautiful by your temper. And so it's great to bring a profound awareness to this. I think a lot of us have these moments that we really wish we could avoid. You know, I never feel better after I explode. It's that loss of self-control. You know, Alan goes on to close this chapter with the phrase, self-control is strength, right thought is mastery, calmness is power. You know, it's so true. This chapter is full of wisdom on each line. And so this brings us to the workshop today. How would you like to get to a place where your explosive tempers are gone? A place where self-control rules the day? Well, we have an exercise today that can do just that. Here it is. Drum roll, please. All right, we're going to take this chapter on Serenity and write it out by hand every day for 30 days. I know what you're thinking. Too much work, not too exciting. I agree. It's not the sexiest assignment going on in self-help. However, it just may qualify as one of the top exercises for creating a calm mind. Just reading it alone every day can help out tremendously. Now, we're going to go a little deeper. That's right. For the workshop today, write out the last chapter on Serenity every day for 30 days, or at least till you come to a point where it makes a difference. I found that after about 5 days of writing it, it really starts to sink in. There's something about this exercise that just works. It might be the content. It's so good, so precise, and so true. Your mind just accepts it all quicker than usual. Plus, writing, we always seem to come back to that, has its own form of magic, right? Writing causes thinking, and writing something profound every day has a way of sinking in and sticking with you. Now, if you need a copy of the book, go to theselfhelpworkshop.com and you can download a copy of it for free in PDF format. And then you will have the entire book. Or you can go to Amazon or some other book place and buy a copy of it, any other bookstore. I will also put a PDF version of just the chapter, Serenity, on this episode page for download. I do recommend you get the entire book. It's a quick read and well worth it. And this book is in public domain, so you're free to share it and use it and do whatever you want with it. So, for the Self-Help Workshop, I'm John Farr, wishing you all the best. Take care.